In Baltic Seabeing, one of the most targeted countries in the area by Russian sabotage acts, Sweden decided to act decisively. As one of the newest NATO members and having the largest Baltic coastline, Sweden set out to tighten its grip on the Russian shadow fleet operations to eliminate any possibility of new hybrid attacks on its infrastructure. Euromaidan Press says, recently Russian maritime activity in the Baltic Sea has become increasingly aggressive and suspicious, with a series of incidents pointing to a pattern of Russian sabotage targeting undersea infrastructure. The sabotage operation started in December 2024 when a shadow fleet oil tanker operating under questionable ownership damaged undersea data and communication cables off Finland, likely by dragging a loose anchor. Just a month later, a Russian-linked vessel damaged a critical undersea cable between Latvia and Sweden, triggering a full-scale sabotage investigation. The pattern continued at the end of May when the shadow fleet tanker Sun was detected dangerously close to a key Poland-Sweden power cable and was forced to retreat after intervention by the Polish Navy. Euromaidan Press recalls subsequent Russian provocations near Estonian waters and reports of Polish forces driving away Russian vessels operating near Swedish cables underscore the escalating threat. In response to recent provocations, Sweden is joining NATO's regional efforts by tightening inspections of Russian shadow fleet tankers. From the 1st of July, the Swedish Coast Guard will require insurance documentation from all vessels transiting its territorial waters or economic zone, not just those docking at ports. This enforces the EU's April 2025 directive and reflects Sweden's resolve to counter the risks posed by the Russian shadow fleet. Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson stated that growing incidents in the Baltic demand preparedness, while Justice Minister Gunnar Strömmer emphasized the need for increased inspections, calling the shadow fleet a threat to maritime safety. Sweden has already been patrolling shipping lanes and monitoring these tankers, but the new rules significantly expand enforcement authority. The signal is clear, and Sweden is no longer willing to tolerate covert Russian activity in the Baltic. Euromaidan Press says, Moscow has declared its willingness to use all means to respond to inspections and has begun deploying naval escorts for shadow fleet tankers. Following recent airspace violations over Finland and Estonia and confrontational language from Russia's UN ambassador comparing inspections to piracy, NATO states are preparing for further escalation. If Russia decides to again try to chase away NATO vessels inspecting a shadow fleet ship, Sweden has nearly 100 Gripen fighter jets on rapid response standby. These jets are equipped with advanced radar, electronic warfare systems and extended range, making them a formidable asset for controlling Baltic airspace and intercepting Russian aircraft. Additionally, Sweden's navy is built and optimized for the Baltic Sea's confined and shallow waters and includes numerous patrol ships, corvettes, and submarines, Euromaidan Press says. Even before Sweden's NATO membership, its forces did not shy away from acting against Russia for violating their territorial waters or airspace, making them well prepared for any scenario. By enforcing new inspection rules, Sweden joins a coordinated effort already supported by Poland, Estonia, and Finland to limit Russia's operational freedom in the region.
Israel has launched a second wave of attacks on Iran on Friday, targeting strategic facilities in Tehran and Shiraz cities. Israeli army struck a military base located at Tabriz Shahid Madani International Airport in northwestern Iran in the past hour. Multiple explosions were heard, and thick black smoke was seen rising from the military base in East Azerbaijan province. Alongside, Tabriz, Shiraz city was also attacked, with Shiraz missile factory being targeted. According to media reports, the attacks employed drones and damaged defense-critical railway tracks leading to the facility. Air defense bases are located in this region. The Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, confirmed airstrikes on Shiraz that is home to strategically important facilities such as the headquarters of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, a ballistic missile production factory, ammunition depots. The Lebanese proxy network Al-Mayadeen affiliated with Hezbollah militant group reported fatalities at the strike sites. A missile and military equipment depot in Borajerd has also been struck in the new wave of attacks. Additional reports from Iran indicate attacks in the country's west. Iranian media reported that Israel may have struck the Natanz nuclear facility again. Official confirmation is not yet available. Some 200 Israeli Air Force jets are involved in attacks on Iran. Israel says it killed Mohammad Bagheri, Iran's armed forces chief of staff, along with senior nuclear scientists in targeted strikes. Iran's Revolutionary Guard's commander-in-chief Hossein Salami was killed in the large-scale strikes. Iran's Islamic Republic news agency stated that Major General Hossein Salami, chief commander of the Islamic Revolution Guards Corps, was assassinated in an Israeli strike in Tehran. Senior IRGC commander Ghulam Ali Rashid was also killed in the attacks. 6 nuclear scientists were killed in an Israeli attack on Iran, the Tasnim news agency reported this. The deceased were Abdul Hamid Manicher, Ahmad Reza Zulfikari, Syed Amir Hussein Faigi, Matlabizadeh, Mohammad Mehdi Tehranji, and Faridun Abbasi. It was stated that this attack was aimed at seriously harming Iran's scientific potential and technological development, as the scientists in question played an important role in the development of the country's nuclear program and were well-known experts in international scientific circles. Mohammad Mehdi Tehranji was the rector of the Azad University of Iran and a renowned scientist in the field of nuclear physics. Faridun Abbasi previously served as the head of the Atomic Energy Organization of Iran and was the target of an assassination attempt in 2010, the statement said. Recall, decades of Israeli warnings against Iran's nuclear program and preparations for military action to thwart it culminated early Friday morning with the Jewish state launching a major offensive against the Islamic Republic, striking nuclear sites, military facilities, missile bases and senior leadership. Jerusalem said it had engaged in a precise, preemptive strike against Iran, declaring an imminent threat from its nuclear program and announcing a domestic state of emergency as citizens braced for retaliation. Top officials warned of a potential prolonged conflict, noting that Tehran had the power to inflict significant pain upon Israel. Over 200 Israeli Air Force aircraft were involved in the opening strikes, and fighter jets dropped over 330 munitions on some 100 targets, the IDF said.